Yeah, hello everyone. In the last class, we discussed about database languages like DDL and DML. Now, in today's class, I will be going to explain you about transaction management in DBMS. First, we'll start with what is meant by transaction. A transaction is nothing but a sequence of operations that we perform on a single logical unit of the work. Okay, if you take an example, a person, you are sending some amount of money to your friend through phone pay or google pay or anything. Okay, so here if you are seeing a successful transaction message, transaction successful means your amount is debited from your account and it is credited to your friend account. This is a successful transaction. Suppose in another case, if you are sending a money to your friend account, in between, what happens due to maybe network issue, the amount is detected but not transferred to your friend's account. It will show the error called as transaction failed, but it is detected your amount. So this is maybe another situation you may face when you are sending money through online. One is successful, another one is fail. So we have a different stage. We have to maintain the successful transaction. Each and every transaction must satisfy the ACID properties. To maintain the consistency, uh, ACID has to be followed. So A is nothing but atomicity, C is nothing but consistency, I is nothing but isolation. So D is nothing but durability. So what atomicity property states that uh, once A amount is deducted to the B, sent to the B, that is called as a successful transaction. Okay. If A amount is deducted, B is not sent to the uh, base account, either maybe network issue or something else, your amount should get to your account. This is called as an atomicity. Either successful or else your amount should get to your original account. Nothing will happen. Not yet. Okay. Either complete or not yet. That is called comes under atomicity. So either you have to either it will be in B's account or else A's account. That is comes under atomicity. Okay. So next, consistency means database has a few rules that each transaction has to must follow. Like suppose A account has 1,000 rupees and trying to send 2,000 rupees to the B's account. Is it possible? And A has 10,000 rupees and trying to withdraw 2,000 rupees. If the transaction does not follow the database rules, what happens here? It will send the 2,000 rupees to the B account and add minus 1,000 rupees to the A account. And it will give 2,000 rupees to the A and add minus 1,000 rupees and to the A account. Is it a correct transaction? No, right? Uh, A must follow the rule called it has to debit the amount if it has greater than zero. Okay, otherwise it cannot debit the amount, it cannot withdraw the amount. So such kind of rules a database have that each transaction must be followed. Like how amount is trying if how A is trying to send more than the amount account balance. If it is exceeds greater than zero, it has to give a message called as insufficient balance. If without insufficient balance, it cannot share the amount. I mean, if it is insufficient balance, it cannot share the amount to the base account, right? Now, so that is considered consistency. We need to follow the some rules to debit the amount from A to share to the B, right? There are the some rules. Next, isolation means like if you take an example, there is a bus and only one seat left to book, and two persons are trying to book the same ticket A and B. Okay, so there is one seat left and two persons are trying to book the same ticket. So there is a problem. Here, this is an online. Like if two persons are reaching the railway station and reservation counter to book the seat, and here only one seat left. So what happens is the railway reservation counter person will give the ticket to the two person. No, right? Only one person can access the ticket. What happens here? Here, what does a railway ticket booking counter person will do? Stand in a line. So person who will stand first, they can book the ticket. Yes or no? In the same way, so to avoid such kind of interferences in online, it has to maintain the isolation level. Okay, so the transaction must not interfere to each other. So without this, it may confirm the ticket to the two persons. It may be a problem, right? So it has to maintain this isolation property. Next, durability means once the transaction is completed, if it is visible as a transaction successful, that person does not have a change, does not have a right to change. The person cannot change, cannot do any changes. Even they want to do go back to the virtual state, they don't want to share the amount to the person. That cannot happen. Once it completed, once the transaction is successful, means the amount is debited and credited to the account. That is the durability. Maintaining the confirmation messages and maintain the data permanently. There is no option that there is no changes after successful completion. Means after committed, there is no changes. The data will be stored permanently. Okay, these are the ACID properties. ACID means either complete successful transaction, amount will be debited or credited, or else there is no amount will be debited or credited. There is comes under atomicity. Consistency means follow the rules of the database to maintain the consistency. How does not allow the withdraw amount or does not allow to share the transfer the amount if it is excess greater than zero. If it is less than zero, sorry, if it is less than zero, it has to allow if the amount is greater than zero. Okay, like that, there are some rules that has to follow. Next, isolation, avoiding the multiple users trying to access the data. So maintain the proper isolation rules. Next, durability means once the transaction is get confirmed, if there is no changes, the data will be stored permanently. Okay, so we have the different states of transaction. Like active state means from selecting A's account to debit to B's account to credit, each and every step. So uh, until you click the confirmation button, each and every step is comes under active state. Your transaction is being under process. Okay, that is not yet confirmed, that is not credited, that is not the complete transaction, that is under process. Selecting the A's account, selecting the B's account, selecting the entering the amount, entering the password, all comes under active state. Next, partial committed. You have selected A's account to debit, you have selected B's account to credit, you enter the amount, you enter the password, each and every step you have done. But you did not click on the confirmation button to complete the transaction. This is called as partial committed. Once you click on the confirmation, the amount will be debited and transferred to the B's account. That is called as a committed operation. Here, all the changes will be saved. Okay, so whatever the operations you have done here, when you click on the confirmation, it will be saved. Until the operations you have done, that will not be saved. Okay, those are the temporary operations. Once you click on this, then which amount, which account you selected, which account to you credited, how much amount you have entered, each and everything you will be saved when you click on the confirmation button. Okay, that is comes under committed. Next, failed. It may be occurred due to internet issue or wrong password. Sometimes we may see transaction fail due to some other reasons. Okay, so that is a failed state. So what happens when you reach the failed state? Your amount, if A and B, A is trying to send amount to the B, and due to some network issue, the amount is not credited to the B account, and it is debited from A account. What happens? Here it may take some days to create your. You may see that message like if amount is debited, it will be credited to your account so and so working hours, right? So that is called as an aborted stage. If the transaction is failed, the database has to reach to the original state. The amount has to reach to the original account. That is called as an aborted state. Okay, active state means process and being under process. Partially committed means selecting all the options to transfer the amount and waiting for the confirmation. That is called as a partially committed. When you click on the confirmation, it is fully committed, means complete transaction occurs when you click on the confirmation. That is called as committed. Here all the changes you have done all operations will be saved, like which account you selected to debit, which account you selected to credit, how much amount you selected, each and every will be saved when you click on the confirmation. Until then, no details will be saved. Okay, next, fail, it may be due to some other issues. If when it is fail, if it is not reached to the end account, that amount should reach to the original account. Okay, it has to, the database has to reach to the original state or original account. It may take some time. Okay, so that is called as an about the state. These are the transaction states when you are performing a transaction. Okay, so to perform these operations, we have a commands like a commit, rollbacks, save point. So now you understood about the commit, right? Doing saving all the changes made during the transaction. When you are doing a transaction, what are the changes you have done? All the changes you will be saved, like which account you selected, which account, how much amount you selected, at which time your transaction is being processed. Each and everything will be saved when you perform commit operation. Next, rollback means when anything goes wrong, it has to come to the original state. Means it has to do all the things undo. Like until you selecting from account, it is not reached, it has to come back to the original state or to your account. That is undo rollback. Okay. Save point, when you reach the two steps, if you have done any wrong step in any step, like there are three steps. You completed step one, step two, and reached step three to proceed with the transaction. But here you have done some wrong, like you entered wrong account number, selected the wrong person, right? In that situation, if it is a network issue, it will redirect to the previous page. That is called as a save point. Yes or no? So after entering the passenger details and ticket booking details, each and everything, then it will ask us to enter the account details to for the transaction. So here in this transaction process, you may do some mistakes. So if it is failed, it has to redirect to the previous page. That is called as a save point. Get back to the previous position. Next, that is about the commands that we use to perform. Next, concurrency control. So here, how we are controlling the concurrency, like when two persons are trying to book the same ticket, how you are maintaining this concurrency, like last update, dirty read, unrepeatable read, quantum read. If we take an example, there is a ticket, only one ticket left, and two persons are trying to book. So which person will get access to confirm the ticket? And there is a and two persons are trying to book the tickets, and A person want to confirm the 10 tickets and B want 5 tickets. First A reached the website and opened the website and seen the 10 tickets availability, and but A is a slow typer, and to reach a transaction page it has taken 10 minutes of time to enter 10 passengers details has to enter, right? So A passenger takes the 10 minutes time to reach the transaction page. Okay, when he reaches the website, he can see the availability of seats 10. So he is proceeded with the confirm entering the details and entering the details of the each and every passenger. But meanwhile, when he is entering the details of the passengers, another person visited the same website and to trying to book 5 tickets. So B person also see the availability of the seat tickets 10, because here A person is not yet confirmed the tickets. So that's why B can also see the availability 10s. So C can enter only 5 tickets, 5 passengers details, right? So C B processes little bit fast. So B completed the task of transaction fast. So B completed transaction means 5 tickets will be reduced from the uh, website. Now, at initial stage, A can see the 10 tickets, so he is proceeded with the process. But when it comes to the transaction, and it is verifying that, and it is confirmed only 5 tickets. But user in the shock that yes, I can see the 10 tickets at the starting stage. Why I can see only 5 confirmed tickets? There may be a issue like this. There may be some other person interfere in between and confirmed the tickets. Yes or no? So here, if uh, a person can see the 10 tickets during the process, even it is updated, that is comes under unrepeatable read. Means it has to update immediately. If anyone booked the 5 tickets, it has to update immediately if only 5 tickets left. If it is not updated immediately, what happens? People will feel like availability of the seats. But when they reach the transaction page and click on the confirmation, proceed with the transaction, their ticket may be not yet confirmed. They may be in waiting list, right? So these are the issues we'll face. Okay. See here, another important point here, to avoid these situations, database uses the logs, timestamps, and serialization. So logs means like appointment, doctor appointment. So there may be n number of users to reach the doctor. So we'll see first we'll book the ticket. Whether you go to the hospital or not, that is a secondary. You first book the ticket. That is a log. You have taken an appointment, that is you have taken the log to meet the doctor. Whether you are coming or not, that is a secondary. Okay, you are the first one. Another person should be in a waiting shed until uh, A reaches or A's process is completed. That is one thing. And the second thing is to avoid this situation, timestamp ordering. So if two persons reaches the doctor's hospital, at which time they entered, if even it is a 1 second difference, the person A has to enter first. Okay, so these are the things that will maintain to avoid the concurrency. Okay, I hope you understand with an examples. So how do we recover the data if it is fails? Means if the system fails during the transaction, anything, how do you recover? We have a log system and checkpoints, undo and redo, restore the database. Okay, so this is about the transaction management, how we are able to maintain the successful transactions, how we are getting amount to your account when in if any case of transaction fails. This is all about the transaction management today. That's all for today. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Give me some feedback what I need to improve. Do I need to change anything? And please do subscribe to my channel if you have watched this video to the till end. That's all for today.